In between each of the stages, the crews tackled a 1 kilometer spectator stage adjacent to the service park, mainly for the benefit of the Ganze community. There was little to be gained or lost on the stage, although every second at this point of the rally was important. The stage was eventually only run 3 times during the day, the times getting quicker and quicker on each attempt. The stage winners were Alistair Cavan and Gavin Lawrence, who set the fastest time by 1 second from Naushad Kara and Eddie Mutar, one of the Mombasa-based crews. It was a tight course for the Nissan Patrol of Ian Duncan and Amos Slutch, and they were thankful it was not run more often, losing 10 seconds each time round. The event also included the 2-wheel drive category, where the race for the title was at a crucial point between the 2 championship hopefuls. Leonardo Varesi held the advantage, and a win would secure him the title, but Munir Khan also desperately wanted the trophy.
Mombasa especially, I'd like to win. I've never performed so well there, so that's the one missing in my collection is Mombasa.
Now it's just to concentrate more on the Mombasa rally in the last event, and I don't know if I win both or anything can happen, but I really want that championship.
There were 10 cars entered, but most were not regulars and were taking part to get a foothold into the sport. Joel Mushiri and Riyaz Ismail are amongst the newcomers. This was their second outing, and finishing 5th was a big result for them. Nadeem Kana and James Mwangi were one of the 4 entries from the coast. Having competed in 2 upcountry events, they had more experience than the others, but this took good use on their way to coming 7th. The battle for the honours lay with the favourites, including Adnan Suhail and Absalom Aswani in the Daihatsu Special, nicknamed the Dudu. The 2-wheel drive itinerary only included 4 stages, and they were quickest through the first stage of the day to take the lead in the category by 8 seconds. Munir Khan and Sam Jethwa only goal was to be faster than Leonardo Varesi, but luck was against them. They gave away 9 seconds in the first stage, but their biggest problem was the sand and catching a back marker on the main event, and they would only claim 4th.
Yes, I am disappointed, to be honest. I am disappointed. We would have done better. We lost a lot of time just sitting somewhere, watching somebody getting stuck in the ditch. Then we got the sandy bit on the last 60k stage, and the Levine was going nowhere.
Deep Chan and Rohit Buddha are past 2-wheel drive champions, and whilst they have been out of the sport for the past 4 years, were still proving they can be competitive. They became the wedge between Varesi and Khan, where they finished 3rd. Leonardo Varesi and Kigondo Karedi were totally committed, pushing the golf as fast as they dared. Holding their concentration over the long 60-kilometer stage was a challenge, but this was where they gained the most time. They couldn't match the pace of the Dudu and were forced to accept 2nd.
We pushed in the 59, which we knew was the decider. The 59 was gonna say whether you make it or break it. So we won that stage, the 59, which was good. And we beat Munir, which was the aim here.
The Daihatsu Special has been a consistent finisher throughout the season, but Adnan Suhail and Absalom Aswani have never been able to prove the car's potential, always falling back with mechanical problems. When the car is reliable, it's quick, and they were faster through all but one of the stages to win the category. This was their first win of the season, but it had come too late for the championship.
It wasn't my car, a rally for my car at all. Yeah, very open, straight, very rough. and I drive a very light car. So the Golf should have had a very good advantage over this.
The first car on the ramp is car number 74, driven by Adnan Suhail.
Adnan Suhail won by 22 seconds ahead of Leonardo Veresi, with Munir Khan down in 4th. 9 of the 10 cars finished, although the last 2 must have been bordering on time bar. In the championship, Leonardo Veresi only needs to finish the final event of the season to clinch the title. Munir Khan's only hope is to win and hope Veresi retires, in which case he will gain the crown on the furthest cleanest rule. Well over half the entry were Division 3 drivers, where the competition was not so much about winning the event as jostling for positions between the car ahead and behind. Galib Haji and Surinder Saddle had a firm lead in the division, and wherever they finished on this event would only push them even further ahead. Hadi Veresi and Rabi Soni were the early pace setters in the division and were competing for a place in the top 10 when suddenly the car stopped after the engine management computer malfunctioned. They spent 6 hours in the midday sun before being rescued. The Division 3 lead was inherited by Raji Barij and Raju Chaga, who had to drive the first section blind when they found in Rekit the wrong route, and despite stopping to ask for directions, they were in 9th. But it was all academic when the gear selector in the dog box broke on stage 4. They were another to get a suntan before being rescued. The list of retirements was getting longer and longer, with 8 cars alone claimed on stage 4, including Jasmine Chana and George Joroge, who went no further after breaking a drive shaft on the Toyota GT4. Their teammates Jaswinder and Ravi Chana lost a chunk of time on the first stage of the day when a wheel rim split within 10 kilometers of the start. Their rally was soon over anyway when the clutch packed up on stage 6. After puncturing, Charles Hinga and Norris Ongalo spent much of their rally in dust, but any hopes of getting some rally miles in the new car were short-lived anyway. The steering pulley broke, taking with it the fan belt, which left them with no electrics, and they were out.
Are you thinking about going back to two-wheel drive now?
No. I'm not going back to two-wheel drive. I'm actually really enjoying this car. It's quite quick. Today we had a beautiful day while it lasted. It's good, yeah.